Peace and welcome back to Prison Terms and Sexual Behaviors Explained. It is I, O.G.B.O, and today I want to tell you about a particular situation that took place at Haynesville Correctional Center. Haynesville was a mid-level penitentiary. You have road camps, mid-level, and maximum penitentiaries. Um, for smaller crimes, non-violent crimes, first-time offenders usually go to like a road camp. People who had violent charges like mine typically start at a maximum or mid-level. I started at a maximum, but my custody level dropped. I remained high risk, but I was at the bottom of the high risk, if that makes sense, which qualified me for a mid-level penitentiary. Anyway, I'm working in the kitchen when a younger guy, I was about 20, he could have been 20, maybe a little younger, but a younger guy, he started working in the kitchen, right? Now, off top, I noticed he's spending time with a notorious booty bandit. This guy that I'm talking about that he was spending time with has already been down for maybe 30 years, and he was known throughout the penitentiary for being a booty bandit. Him and I had a run-in earlier, a few months before this incident took place. Our run-in was, and looking back honestly, in hindsight, I think he felt that our relationship, how we interact with each other, was at a point where he could kind of play with me a little. I don't think he meant me any harm, given the fact that he did time with a few of my uncles who were all well known throughout the penitentiary. And just looking back on it, with what I know now, I don't think it was what I took it to be. But in prison, if you feel like a person is trying you, you have to check them. It's better to be wrong and safe than be, to be right. It's, just check them. If you ever feel that a person is trying you, check them. Period. Anyway, our situation was he made like a little rhyme to my name, and naughty, naughty, or something silly like that. But again, I felt that he was trying me, so I checked him like, look, man, call me by my name or don't call me at all. And you know, that situation was resolved. I think he stopped speaking. We stopped speaking for a little while. I think as time went on, though, we started back speaking, but on a casual, what's good, in passing. But anyway, this particular situation involving him and this new guy who just joined the kitchen, I noticed, he was spending a lot of time with the young guy, right? They'll be at the table conversing or whatever. And over time, it changed from conversing to conversing with checking his temperature. Checking temperature is when someone talk to you and they put their hands on you, kind of like might pet your shoulder or kind of tap your chest. Something that in the free society you might not pay attention to, but it's a no-no in prison. It's called checking the temperature. When you touch a person and they allow you to touch them, you start formulating an idea about this person. Maybe he's weak, maybe I can try him. These are all the head games that come when you're doing time, with older people, older cats that's actively engaged in running head games for whatever reason to take advantage of you, manipulate you to giving them your conversary or your phone card or taking your manhood. So when someone check your temperature, you check them. Oh, bro, don't talk with your hands. That's it. You ain't got to be extra. You ain't got to get loud. Just check them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm noticing this, right? And it's going from a few taps to now when I see him conversing, he tapping them like, yeah, the sentence. Yeah, bro, you know what I mean? Yeah, youngin, and now he's kind of putting his arm around him, kind of wrestling with him a little bit. This is head games. He's checking his strength, and he's also checking to see if he can have his way with him. This was a notorious booty bandit. You understand? So I'm in the Nation of Islam at the time, and I think anyone who's sincerely involved in Islam, you develop a love for black people, and you develop a need to protect people that you feel might not be fully able to protect themselves. So I pull up on Youngin and I tell him, look, man, you dealing with a booty bandit. He's trying to get you for your manhood. Look, the youngin explode on me. No man, I don't need no big brother. I don't need nobody looking out for me, and I know what I'm doing. Ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me. And I fall back. You got it. You got it. I fall back. Needless to say, maybe 2 or 3 months go by. I'm starting to notice. Now he's coming to work. He got, and on kitchen, when you work in the kitchen, you get a different uniform. You get a kitchen uniform, which is usually every place I've been has been white. So he's coming to work now, and his pants are tight. Now, my generation, we didn't do tight pants. I know y'all do the tight stuff now, but when I failed, we were still doing the baggy pants. You understand? And he's coming to work with tight pants on. His mannerisms are starting to change. I'm just starting to notice differences in him. And, after that, I remember one day I'm walking the track after work, and I see him and the booty bandit holding hands. Later he started wearing the little Kool-Aid makeup. At this time, you can still wear your hair at length. He's, I guess, this thing that boys used to do. They would iron their hair. They kind of, I guess, straighten it, to style it or whatever. He's doing things like that. So he lost his manhood. But the moral to the story is this: head games. When you hear about people losing their manhood in prison, you often think about people being raped. That's yesterday. People lose their manhood at this time in at this time in the prison reality, in the prison world. They lose their manhood here. They slide up under one of these older cats. I guess they take them to be like a father figure or something, and the older cat talk them out of their manhood. But listen, this is Prison Terms and Sexual Behaviors Explained. Follow me on YouTube, O.G.B.O, Healing Hour, where I discuss the war on family, surviving the war on family, Omega Man Codes, Prison Terms, and Sexual Behaviors Explained. I have a lot of different topics that I go into. Follow me, subscribe, Cash App if you want to. $ RENARDO RASHID, and catch you on the next one.